the FCC is being led by Ajit Pai. He was a former Verizon lawyer and has throughout thought that net neutrality should not exist, that the internet providers like Verizon, Comcast, and the others should be able to discriminate and slow some websites down, speed others up, and basically destroy the internet as we know it, and just hand almost all of the power to decide who has websites that work, that function, and who don't, to just a handful of internet providers throughout the country who often have either monopolies or duopolies throughout the entirety of the United States. Okay, so today they went a little further in executing that plan. Federal Communications Commission Chairman Ajit Pai's plan to roll back net neutrality rules took its first step forward on Thursday, according to The Hill. The commission voted 2-1 along party lines to advance Pai's restoring internet freedom proposal, which would repeal current net neutrality protections. That is as Orwellian a title as you could possibly have for a regulation. Restoring internet freedom, which would in reality destroy internet freedom and hand all the power over to about 5 companies. This is so loathsome and so obviously against internet freedom that this is a rare issue that liberals and conservatives unite over on the internet. The only people that don't unite over it are the Republican politicians who are bought lock, stock, and barrel by those same 5 companies. Their voters are not with them. No one on the internet's with them. Even the most diehard Donald Trump supporters online go, wait. Our websites can be shut down if we don't pay a ransom to those 5 companies? That sounds like a terrible idea. That's right. And not only that, it not only advantages those 5 companies, it also gives a huge advantage to other crony capitalists who could then go and legally bribe through campaign donations other politicians to say, hey, in my field, why don't you give me an advantage and slow down the websites of my competitors? I'll pay off the politicians and then I'll go pay off the internet providers, and I've got more money than you, so you no longer have freedom. All of a sudden, nobody can go to your website because it's too slow. How do you like that? Internet freedom, restoring internet freedom bill. They are absolutely Orwellian. Hill continues to explain Pai's proposal would undermine existing net neutrality rules by undoing the legal basis of the regulations. They say, no, the regulations were keeping freedom away from the internet. Really? The internet seems pretty free right now. They say, oh no, businesses just can't thrive on the internet because of the current rules. Preposterous. Google, Facebook, and some of the other tech giants wrote back, yeah, we're doing okay, and the internet freedom is what allowed us to build these companies and break the monopoly that the rest of the media had. And to their credit, they could actually do crony capitalism too, but they're not. They have the ability to pay the ransom to Verizon, Comcast, etc., and then kill off their competition, but they're not. They're actually, for the moment, doing the right thing and fighting for internet freedom. And almost all the investors, and so we also have some rich folks on our side for a change here, that put money into internet ventures go, no, we put money in expecting these rules. Don't talk to me about how you're gonna restore freedom by destroying the rules that have always existed on the internet to keep it free. It is a total and utter lie. The Obama era net neutrality regulations, again, as The Hill explains, passed in 2015 as the Open Internet Order, aimed to create a level playing field on the internet by ensuring that broadband providers treated all online content the same. And that is exactly what they're looking to end now as Ajit Pai looks to destroy internet freedom and unsurprisingly give a massive, gigantic advantage to the company that previously employed him and paid him a lot of money, and my guess is will employ him again and pay him even more money after he's done instituting these new rules. Pai wants to continue the Trump administration's assault on free speech and political dissent and hand over control of the internet to his corporate cronies at AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon. That's according to Mary Alice Krim, Free Press Field Director, and I think she is exactly right. So if you care about freedom, it doesn't matter if you're a right winger or a left winger or anywhere in the middle. If you care about the sites that you like or the sites you want to create, well, guess what? You're not going to be able to afford the ransom to those companies. So fight for freedom now before they take it away from you. We're not the Young Turks, you're the Young Turks. You power this show. Together, we built something amazing. We've broken stories like the Donna Brazil story the mainstream media wouldn't break. We built the studio, we built this network. It's now #1, all thanks to you guys. Let's come build it even bigger and stronger. TYTnetwork.com/join.